Hey guys, have you ever wanted to put your national symbol in a Roblox game? I have, and I did. But instead of using free models like a Leniwa Jazanista Pustazvona, I'm gonna construct them from scratch. And yes, this is a ripoff of Dr. Zai's video, but I think my whimsical personality makes it unique. Just to show you how whimsical I am, I'm gonna turn into a bee. Let's start with the flag of Österreich. We'll follow the same rules as Zai's video, which are no eyeballing. We have to be rigorous with how we make the flags. No measuring. We cannot use increments when moving and scaling parts, or you can snap them to other parts. We also definitely cannot edit values manually in the properties. Finally, perfect tools. We'll assume that a cylinder has a perfect circle base, despite it being so low poly that it looks like an octagon. One last thing, since parts by default have a size of 412, it'll be way easier to work with a unit cube. So let's make that size 111 and we're good to go. Alright, time to make Austria! Look at this son of a bitch! So we can easily make flags which have integer length or horizontal or vertical stripes. Here are all that can be made this way. First of all, I'm using the values provided by the construction sheet, which is why some flags are freakishly huge. Second, I am not following any color regulations because I don't give a fuck. Finally, yeah, I was an idiot who duplicated every single unit cube over and over again. Though to optimize it, all you really need to do is use the select tool and move a part horizontally. Then scale the first part until it snaps, move the other part vertically, and scale the first part again. The floor does help a lot, so I imagine removing the floor would make this challenge a lot harder. Now how about we make something a little harder? Like the flag of the Portuguese Republic. 2 stripes just like the previous flag. Oh, that yellow circle thing. The coat of arms. Surely we can't have that level of detail with our constraints. You'd be right, but since the coat of arms doesn't have any measurements, we just have to get close enough such that the flag satisfies a certain level of precision. So now we can make the glorious flag of Portugal. And it's done. It's not the best looking flag of Portugal, but with more time and more efforts, you can make it better. Yet it still took me 11 minutes to make one flag, so I'm not gonna be doing that for every other flag that we can make. What now, Mr. Zai?
We need to make route 2. Is that even possible?
We all know since probably 5th grade that the diagonal of a square with length 1 is root 2. So all we need to do is place a wedge, rotate it so that it lies on this triangular face, scale it down to 1, grab the cube and place it on the triangle so that it automatically rotates to 45 degrees. Now all we need to do is scale it. Wait, it doesn't snap? It only snaps to this weird 0.914, but that's not even the middle of the triangle. Maybe I have to center the cube, but how? Featuring the Align tool. Select both parts and align in X and Z. Also make sure that the mode is set to center. Now our cube is centered. We can now scale the cube and sure enough, that 1.414 is our root 2. But wait, what about on the Z axis? There's no 1.414 here. No problem, we can snap to 0.707, which is just root 2 over 2. Duplicate the wedge and rotate it 180 degrees. And done! That is the most beautiful root 2 I've ever seen. How about root 3? Well, the way to get that number in Roblox Studio is so easy that I feel so stupid not being able to do it for 50 billion years. I tried everything, from applying trigonometry and using the height of an equilateral triangle, or doing whatever the heck this is. All you really have to do is use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals root 3 squared. A squared plus b squared equals 3. If we assume a is 1, then b squared equals 2. b equals root 2. Oh look, we need root 2 again. Good thing I already showed you how to do it. So let's do it. that's done. I'm not sure what that intense music was all about. Route 5 is easy. It's just a bit annoying because Roblox Studio is trash and never lets me snap parts correctly. Anyway, 1 squared plus 2 squared equals 5. So we just need a wedge with sides 1 and 2, snap the cube onto the wedge, snap the cube onto the wedge, snap the cube onto the wedge, snap the cube. After 227 duodecillion seconds, we have a part with sides root 5. Doctor's eye, couldn't even figure that out. I'm now realizing that means that Roblox Studio is way easier to draw flags with than PowerPoint, which means that I'm not adding anything new to the table, and I'm just wasting my time. What is not a waste of time is asking me questions in the pinned comments. Yes, I hear you cry, I'm doing a Q&A. Then we get to the Union Jack. Everything is laid out in front of our eyes, except the length of these diagonal stripes. How am I supposed to know this? We could find the diagonal of the flag. Using the Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse is equal to the square root of 30 squared plus 60 squared. And I kid you not, this is approximately 67. The British were probably laughing their asses off when they designed the flag. The thumbnail of the video might have been clickbait, but this isn't. Anyway, we didn't even need that because dividing 30 by 60 is the same as tangent of x. But we don't know what x is, so use the arctangent of 30 by 60, which is approximately 26.56505117771 degrees. This doesn't give us that much information. When I thought all hope was lost, he saved me. Ush doesn't play. Wait, this wasn't in the script. Doctor's Eye put the exact lengths of the stripes in his video, and he hasn't even figured out how to build the flag. Well, I guess I'm gonna do it before you.
Don't mind if I do.
But wait, we need 3 halves of root 5. Is it possible to make a half of root 5? Yes. Yeah, it is. Make 2 unit cubes adjacent to each other, then press Ctrl G to group them. Place them on top of the root 5 part, then scale them to fit the part. Now each cube has a length of half root 5. Congratulations! There's an overlap here that shouldn't be here. Thankfully, there's a feature in Roblox Studio that allows us to remove this part of the wedge. The Negate tool. Create a part that covers the volume that we want to remove. Negate it, select both parts and click on Union. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks. Thank you. That's it. The British flag. It feels so good to be British, mate. Now we run into a problem. Stars. How the frick do I even make this? I can't use the toolbox because that's cheating. I can't use plugins because that's also cheating. I can't rotate because I'd be measuring, and rotating doesn't snap to anything. So to make a 22.5 degree rotation, I'm stuck. I don't know any wedge size that we could use to get a 22.5 degree rotation. Was this video all for nothing? Alright, I guess I need your help guys. I was expecting this video to cover all 197 flags, but unfortunately this will have to be a part 1. Thanks for watching, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.